If your nonprofit doesn't already have a monthly giving program, you are missing a major fundraising opportunity. If just 25 people gave $25 a month, that is $625 a month or $7,500 a year that your nonprofit can actually count on. And if you're a startup or a smaller nonprofit, that could mean a reliable base of funding to cover regular costs or program supplies, freeing up other resources or funding opportunities that you can use to invest in what you need to grow. But here's the thing, a lot of organizations don't take advantage of monthly giving because starting feels completely overwhelming. They think they need a catchy branded name for their program, a tiered benefits package, a massive email list. So they wait until they have more time and then the program never launches. Now, sure, those things can help, but my advice is if you're just starting out, don't overthink it. Your goal right now is not to build the perfect monthly giving program. Your goal is to get your first 25 donors. So let's talk about exactly how to do that. We'll cover in this video who to ask, what to say, and a few mistakes to avoid that risk stalling these giving programs before they even start. And if you want even more support planning different fundraising strategies, I have a free fundraising starter guide I can share with you. Just comment guide below this video to let me know that you want it, and I'll send you the link where you can access it. So why should you focus on monthly giving instead of just asking for one-time donations? Well, the first reason is pretty huge by itself. It makes your nonprofit's revenue more predictable. When you know that $625 or however much money is coming in every month, you can actually plan ahead for your nonprofit instead of starting from zero every single month. Speaking from personal experience, that is a huge weight off your shoulders as a nonprofit leader or founder. But it's not just better for you, it can feel better for your donors too. For many supporters, giving $300 at once feels impossible, but $25 or $30 a month donation feels completely doable. And you're giving them an easier, lower cost way to be a meaningful part of the work. And once they set up their monthly giving, they don't have to remember to give every month. It can be automated. But the final reason makes it's silly not to start a monthly giving program. According to the Fundraising Effectiveness Project, the average retention rate for a one-time donor is around 46%. But the year-to-year retention rate for a monthly recurring donor, it's 90%. Monthly donors stay with you much longer and give a lot more over time. Now, before you start asking people to join your monthly giving program, you need to get your house in order. You can always build up your program and add little details and flourishes later, but you only need 5 essential things to get the ball rolling. First, you need a specific goal. In this case, we're talking about your first 25 monthly donors, but you can adjust this up or down depending on how many people you think you might have willing to join in right now. Second, you need a clear reason to give. Why does recurring support matter to your specific mission right now? Share examples of what the funding will make possible for your cause. Third, you need a simple giving range. Give donors options to choose from for their giving, like $10, $25, or $50 a month. Now, you know your potential audience best, so include options that feel accessible to them, building up to options that are higher in case someone is able to give at that level. And fourth, you need a functional donation page. Make sure that the make this a monthly gift option is easy to find and select. In fact, even better, you might even want to make that monthly giving the default option on your donation page instead of the alternative. And fifth, you need a thank you plan. You need to know exactly how you're going to thank donors when they sign up and how you'll keep in touch with them throughout the month. And another phrase for this is donor stewardship. That's it. You don't need branded tote bags or a VIP club. You just need clarity to get going. All right, once you've got all that ready, who do you ask? Here's the golden rule of your first 25 donors. You do not want to start with complete strangers. You want to start with people who have already done something or have some relationship with your work. So your first 25 monthly donors are probably already somewhere in your circle. You should be looking at your past donors if you have any already, your current volunteers, your board members, people who have attended your events, and those friends of the organization who maybe at some point casually asked, "How can I help?" So when I first started my organization's monthly giving program, I invited our board of directors to be our first donors. They loved how convenient it was, how they could choose the giving level that fit their situation best, and how it helped them fulfill their personal commitment as a board member to support the organization. So that could be a great starting point for you. It's all about starting with people who already trust you, who are already engaging with your mission, even in small ways. You're just giving them a new mechanism to show their support. And as you think through these people who might be great candidates, write them down. This will be the list of people you do reach out to first. And just a quick reminder, if you want my guide outlining different fundraising strategies for your organization, comment guide below and I'll share the link to access it. Now, let's talk about the part that intimidates people the most: how to actually ask. So quick recap. At this point, you've got your basic ingredients in place: your goal, your reason for giving, your fundraising page, your thank you plan, etc. You've got your list of potential donors that you've written down. Now, here's what I want to say. Just know that not everyone will be in a position to support right now, and that is okay. It is very rarely personal. Sometimes it's just not the right time, but I've had donors tell me no one year and then sign up the next year. So when you reach out to this warm circle of contacts, what do you actually say? You need a script that is personal without being pushy. Here's an example script you can adapt and make your own. Hi, name. We are looking for our first 25 monthly donors to help cover our regular equipment costs, or insert need here, to make our work more sustainable. Even $10 or $25 a month helps us plan ahead instead of starting from zero each month. And I thought of you because you have been so supportive of this work in the past. Would you consider becoming one of our founding monthly donors? Ending with a question is great. Now, obviously, tweak to make this apply to your own organization's mission, but I want to talk briefly about why this script could work. First, it has that specific goal, 25 donors. People like helping move the meter on a concrete goal that they can visualize. Second, it makes the gift feel feasible by anchoring it in $10 or $25. You're not asking for the moon here, and you're giving options that feel realistic. Third, it explains why monthly giving matters rather than one time, because it helps you plan ahead for the organization. And finally, it honors their past support. Now, you can create a version of this for an email to your mailing list, but you're going to get better results with one-on-one asks. In a minute here, I'll share a 4-step launch plan to help you get all of this up and running. But first, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Click and Pledge. Your monthly giving program won't take off without an easy, reliable way to collect and process donations and thank your donors. Click and Pledge makes it easy for nonprofits to start strong and scale with confidence, communicate with your donors, and even empower your team to help raise money for your cause too. With Click and Pledge, you're going to get professional grade tools for super affordable startup level costs from day one. They've got customizable donation forms that you can plug right into your website. These forms are the foundation of any good online fundraising strategy or monthly giving strategy. But Click and Pledge also has a number of other tools that you can use included in their affordable flat monthly costs. And you can use these as your nonprofit is growing. Things like in-person and peer-to-peer fundraising features, video fundraising with embedded donation links right in the videos, text-to-give tools, donor management tools, Salesforce and other integrations, all included with no contracts or surprise add-on fees. Now, unlike some platforms that increase your fees as you grow, Click and Pledge pricing stays the same whether you have 10 donors or 10,000. So you can use the QR code and link in the description to check out Click and Pledge, book a demo, and get your first $25 monthly fee waived. Now, hopefully by now, you're starting to visualize how your monthly giving fundraising program might work. So let's talk about the order of events, how you're actually going to roll out your monthly giving program with a simple 4-step launch plan. Step 1 is prepare your fundraising page. You've got your message, your goal, so this is what you need to set up next. And here's an important part you do not want to miss. Test the page. Test it on your computer, on your phone, everywhere. Make sure the recurring giving part is easy to select and that the payment actually processes. Step 2, Personally invite supporters. We talked about this briefly before, but this isn't something you just want to do by blasting it on social media. You need to make it personal for this to work. Send individual emails, texts, or make phone calls to that warm circle using some of the variation of the script that we talked about. Step 3, share your progress publicly. Now, this is where it gets interesting and you start building some momentum. Once you have a few people signed up, then you can take it to social media and your email list, but frame it around the goal. Say, we're looking for our 25 founding monthly donors and 8 people have already joined. Will you be number 9? There's some great donor psychology research that talks about how people love to give once they already see some traction. Sometimes they don't want to be the first, but when they see other people joining in, they're more likely to step up. So step 4 is to thank and update your donors. Do not sleep on this one. When someone signs up, thank them immediately. Then don't stop there. Make sure you tell them what their steady support is making possible over the next few months, sharing stories, photos, or maybe even video. Now, before you launch, I want to warn you about 3 common mistakes I see nonprofits make with monthly giving. The first mistake is making the ask sound too vague. Saying support our work might not work. You have to be specific. Say, become one of our first 25 monthly donors or become part of our monthly donor program and help us serve X number of kids this year. The second mistake is overbuilding before asking. So we talked about this at the beginning, but you don't need a fully branded giving club and t-shirts and coffee mugs before you start. The longer you spend designing a logo for your monthly giving program, the longer you go without actual monthly revenue. It's, in my opinion, better to get started with your most likely supporters and then build and refine and test and grow from there so you have that base of support. Mistake number 3 is asking your broader audience just once and never again. Monthly giving should become a regular, recurring invitation in your communications with your broader audience, not just a one-time campaign that you do in March one year and never mention again. Now, over time, you can start sharing stories and testimonials from current monthly givers to inspire new monthly givers to join in, and becomes cumulative. You can add those fun thank you coffee mugs at that point if that's your thing. The best way to grow is to start small and keep adding value as you go. Monthly giving is a financial engine for your nonprofit that can let you stop worrying about keeping the lights on and start focusing on your actual mission. If you want to go deeper with case studies, tips, and funding opportunities to help you and your nonprofit run effectively, make sure you're subscribed to my free weekly newsletter linked below and also at changemakercafe.com. And if you want to make sure your monthly giving program can build momentum over time, you might want to check out my other video on storytelling and the 4 types of stories that can turn supporters into lifelong donors. I'm Amber Melanie Smith. I hope this helped you out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.